Hello, fellow teachers. I know this is a crazy time, and there is a new thing I want to show you on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it is their TpT Digital Tool. So I'm going to give you a little tutorial on it, and I'm going to tell you which products I am choosing for it and why I am choosing them, and hopefully that will help you in deciding things that you want to do with your students this year. I know we're in a unique position with doing science because that's that challenge of how do we do hands-on. How do we do demos? Do we do it at home? And we have to try to do some hands-on with them, so very important. But the basics of the TpT Digital Tool is that it is an overlay. So when you get a product, that product will be put in the background. So the worksheets will be in the background and you will be able to put text boxes, highlight, type, and do different things on top of it, and students will be able to submit and turn it in. So its main focus is for Google Classroom. So I wanted to give you a little tutorial on it. I'm going to do screen share here. It's the first time I've done a video like this before, so just bear with me if I make a couple of mistakes. So when you search for a product now on TpT, you're going to see a term that says digital come through. You can see it right here. So it says digital. That means it's for the TpT Digital Tool. It still might be a link to somebody's Google Classroom digital thing that you can do to a digital slide, but if it's accessible for the digital tool, it will be here, and that is for PDFs. If it is a bundle, it's not going to show the term digital, so just click it if you think it might be something that would work, and those individual products will tell you if it can be used with the TpT Digital Tool. It's just not able to pull those different files together to say, yes, this one works for it. But it is for single PDF files. So if it's a zip file or something like that, it will not be. So here you will see I have glowing glow sticks, and that is a TpT Digital, which means when you purchase it, it's gonna go in, it's gonna give you the option for that overlay tool. So when you do the overlay tool, I'm going to show you with my inertia and gravity. So here you say penny drop. I chose this one because a lot of teachers use this one in the spring for their virtual teaching because it uses simple supplies, and I'll get to that in a minute. So when you click it, you will see over here, it says use as a buyer because it's recognizing the fact that I own it. So if you've already purchased it, it will have that, and you would just click that. If you have not purchased it, I believe it just says like TpT Digital Tool, learn more or something, and then you can learn more. But once you purchase it, it's right there. And all you have to do is click it, and it's going to take you right into the TpT Digital Tool. And you'll see right here, now my worksheets are in the background. And the great thing about this one is I have done the work for you. So you will see that there is a text box already here for students to be able to type. I went through and I added them in. And also for the ones I've done, it takes me time to do them. I'm putting comments on the side because I'm trying to recognize the fact that you may not be right with them, or if you're trying to do it virtually, it might be hard, or if you're doing it at a demo in the front of the room, you want to have them see some of those tips. So right here I put take the time to highlight new words or concepts because there's a highlighter tool that they can do that. And then you just go through, I'll show you the next page. Here I added it as well. This is all complete for you, all set to send to your students. What I already know, here are things I already know about the question. There are text boxes all ready for completing the hypothesis, and then I gave them little comments in here about the independent variable and is what I am changing. The dependent variable is the data you will be collecting, so that way if you are not right there to be able to help them, I'm adding in those tips for you. So if you get one of my products that I have not done this for you yet, you will have to add in the text boxes, and that's all right at the top, highlighting text. You can even adjust this and change it. You don't have to do it the exact same way I have it. So you can make changes and it'll save it to your own drive for you to use. When you have it done, you can preview what it'll look like for students. So this is how it would be for students. They go through and they read the question, they click in the box and then say, I know, I can't type. I know, and they type in what they know. They go through and they just flip from page to page. Here's the directions and procedures. Again, I added tips in because I recognize the fact you may not be right there. Then you get to things like the data table. I did not put in text boxes for that because I left space for them to be able to use the pen tool so that they could try to draw a picture of what is happening, and then they can also just click text to type. And then when you get down here, you will see the data table is done for you. they click on for their titles, they click what their independent variable is, their dependent variable. And then right here, while they're doing their data and they're hitting the jars and counting the pennies, it's right there. They just click in the box and type in the number. It's not going to calculate their mode for them. They still have to do that part. So it's all done for you. So it's going to just hopefully make life a little bit easier for you during this crazy time. And I wanted to talk about how I am deciding which products I opt in for the TpT Digital Tool. So the first thing I'm looking at is it's really messy. Now I'm a person that is pen and paper all the way. I will give my students that journal, and I think it's really important for them to be able to write and do that. This is just one of those challenging times. So if it is really messy though, you're not going to want a computer or an iPad or anything nearby. You are not going to want that. So those types of products I did opt out. So that would be things like Butter Science. I felt like that's not going to work really well for that. Rainbow Milk, again, is more of a messy one. Things like my magnet station activity, it's stations. They're probably not going to be carrying their Chromebook from station to station, and there won't be room to do that. So I opted those things out. My slime science unit, I mean, that just won't work. So I looked at that, and then I also looked at if it would work well as a demo or in a video setting where you're doing a video class. So I looked at that as well. So things like glow sticks, you could have your glow sticks and have it dark, and if some of the kids have glow sticks, they could participate, but they can still see what's going on. If they don't have glow sticks, you could turn the lights out in your classroom and easily have the kid, even in the back row, be able to see what is happening. And it's also one, if you've gone paperless, this one is a little bit more inexpensive, that kids could each possibly have their own supply to test. The heart rate one, that's one that's just great. It takes no supplies. I mean, if you're looking for a lab, this would be a great one for digital and even to print out. Another one I had here, I wanted to show, dangling ice. This one you could do at the front of the room and the kids could see it pretty well. It also would work really well in a video conference. So I put that one as the TpT Digital Tool. Things like elephant toothpaste, too messy, dealing with those chemicals. It's not going to work that way. It's also more of a bundle. It's got several PDFs in it, so it just will not let me do the TpT bundle tool. The great one that I have in here that does work is the Science Fair Project Guide. So this one I have not created an overlay. I might very well make Google Slides of this one. But if you are doing a virtual science fair this year, I would recommend this. You can use the TpT Digital Tool. They can put in text boxes, they can type, so they can do the whole workbook and go through it with their parents and have that guide right there for them. So that one is definitely excellent for that. Other ones that I chose for the TpT Digital Tool are ones where the supplies are easy and easy to modify, and they most likely have them at home. So I actually did this one, vascular and non-vascular, on a video conference, and the kids had most of the supplies. It actually went really, really well. And so we were able to do that one together in a video conference. I didn't necessarily use the complete journal, but I didn't have the TpT Digital Overlay tool, so that's one that they could do. So, and glow sticks is another one that works really well because if they have access to those, and they're pretty easy to find. Dangling ice is a good one, and the penny drop one I definitely recommend because that's one a lot of teachers use. It doesn't have to be the exact same jar. If they don't have pennies, they can use quarters, and very easy to just take a cereal box to cut into your note cards. So that is the TpT Digital Overlay tool. It is not for everything. So if you see something on there where you're like, okay, Kim, why did you not put this as the TpT Digital tool? Let me know. All of my 30-minute labs I put for digital, and that's because I think that they could work for a virtual classroom, and I think they could really work well for a demonstration in the front of the room. So that way they can have their Chromebooks right there and they can type what is happening. So those ones I felt are really excellent if you're doing those demonstrations. And just remember, I have several products that are editable as Google Slides. Those are my comprehension products, my distance learning science journal. I have that as a Google link that goes into Google Slides. So that is not TpT Digital, but it is a digital product. So keep that in mind that some teachers, a lot of teachers have those, and it's not necessarily with the overlay tool because it's not a PDF. So I hope this gives you a little bit of hope, and hopefully I didn't go too fast. So check it out. I think it'll be really good. I would recommend, honestly, the heart rate lab if we're going to do one first for the year, no surprise at all. So good luck with this, and be sure in the comments to leave me any questions that you have. If you're viewing this on YouTube, just head over to Facebook and check out KimberlyScottScience.com to learn more. So good luck with the start of the school year, and we are here to help you out.